I have watched the progress of the city as it has grown from a city of 10,000 to its present population of nearly 300,000. I have observed those who oppose bond issues. Ordinarily, they are the ones who have profited most in the end by the bond issues because of the increase of their property. Many of those who opposed bond issues in the early days were the large property owners. They didn't want an increase in taxes. But since they have seen that the bond issues which enable the city to develop as a growing and prosperous city, they have observed their own property increase in value. They see now that they have profited by the bond issues. And I've never known a single bond issue in Oklahoma City that hasn't added to the value of the city and added to its progress and to the benefit of all people living in the city.
Of course, I'm very disappointed that the bond issue failed. I'd hoped that Capitol Hill, Ward 4 area would support the bond issue in every respect, all 12 issues, because, as I've stated before, Capitol Hill had more to gain from the passage of the issues in the bond issue than any other section of town. There are probably many reasons why it didn't go over out there. I don't want to get into any issues on that order right now. However, I wonder what we're going to do now with the floodway project in a state of near completion, faced with the river channel being relocated and no bridges to cross it.
First thing, I'm very pleased about with the outcome of the bond issue. I think our people voted for the things that we absolutely need. We need them very badly. We made a great step in going to the southeast for a permanent water supply. I do wish that streets and bridges, airports, and floodway had also carried. But frankly, I think the citizens of Oklahoma City were very intelligent in the way that they cast their votes yesterday.
The third ward was somewhat of disappointment to me, yet the people spoke, and that's it. May I recite to you one incident that has occurred in these naturalization proceedings? It was during the war. 100 soldiers in Fort Sill who had qualified for American citizenship were about to be sent overseas. The general in command phoned me to know if it would be possible to have a naturalization proceeding down there so that these men could become American citizens before they left America. We arranged a program out at Fort Sill. There were these 100 soldiers. On the front row, I noticed one particularly. He had an ugly scar on his face. But before the proceedings were over, I noticed the tears streaming down his cheeks. After the exercises were over, I stepped down and spoke to this new citizen. I said, "You seem to be suffering from some character of emotion." He says, "No, Judge," he says, "this is the proudest moment of my life."
handsome people around here this morning. No, I just got in last night, late, just yeah.
Wind up the hearing.
That's my intention to finish up any report before I make any statement. This calling names and whatnot really doesn't have any bearing on the plight of the farmer. Whatever arguments we may get into, there is a bad farm situation which needs to be corrected. As far as I'm concerned, I talk with a lot of people, little farmers, about matters. Many of them write me too.
Do you consider yourself personally a farm expert, Senator?
No, I don't consider myself a farm expert, although I was raised on a farm and I know something about it. And I have a lot of people who still are on a farm.
Well, I knew that, but I mean, in the sense that Mr. Benson considers himself a farm expert.
Well, I suppose I might qualify then.